We all know that values are the underpinning foundation to everything that we do in business. It helps you create the authenticity with your clients and with your team. But I want to tell you a funny story. So one of my values is honesty. And some people tell me I'm too honest sometimes, by the way, but I don't think there is such a thing. If you ask the question, you deserve the answer. But it's kind of like, it's a good job that honesty is one of my qualities, because I am an awful liar. And I want to tell you a story about my daughter. So we used to have 2 cats, and when my daughter was about 6, one of them got knocked down, and we knew that he was on his way out. So we kind of put him into the kitchen. It was really sad. And like, she was playing out, so she didn't really see anything. And we comforted him until he passed. And then I was like, oh, she was quite morbid. And she was like, she's going to want to see him. So I'm cringing just thinking about this. I put him in a bin bag and put him in our bin for the time being. And when she knocked on the door, she was like, I want to see him. I want to see what Jim boy. And I was like, I'm really sorry, darling, but he died. And she's like, well, where is he? I said, well, when animals die, they go to heaven. And she was like, oh, okay. So that pacified her for the time. And then when she was 13-ish, 12, 13, we were driving down to walk the dog, and there was a rabbit, like, been knocked over. It was all over the road. It wasn't a pretty sight. And on the way back from the walk, she's like, Mom, why is that rabbit still there? And I was like, well, because nobody's picked it up yet. She said, yeah, but it's died. Why hasn't it gone to heaven? And I'm like, well, its soul has gone to heaven. She said, yeah, but why hasn't its body gone to heaven? And I said, well, they don't actually go to heaven, love. I said, who told you that? She said, you did. And I was like, did I? When? She said, when Jim boy died, you told me he disappeared and got to heaven. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, love. But then we were further down the road, and she was like, Mom. I was like, what? And she said, if he didn't disappear and go to heaven, what did you do with him? And I was like, I said, I'm really sorry, love, but we put him in the dustbin for the night so I could take him to the farm that my boss owned, and he buried him. And she was absolutely distraught with me. She was distraught for days. She really was not ready to forgive me for ages. So that is one of the reasons why honesty is one of my values, because you will always get caught out if you're a liar. So my name is Tracy Owen. I'm a business mentor, and I help busy business owners get more time or more profit from their business.